Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, I am once again taking a look at one of your designs that you have linked to me in the comment section of one of my videos. And if you wish to see something of yours shown on this channel, just drop me the Steam Workshop link somewhere and I'll eventually get round to it. But for today, we are once again looking at another fighter, and this one is called the Helot Snub fighter, which is this thing right here. Featuring a few Gatling guns and a singular rocket launcher to blast your enemies, it has a small transformation process, and it features hydrogen and ion thrusters, so we're good for both atmospheres and space. Pressing F10 and finding the Snub fighter in the workshop menu, there it is. This thing is only 185 small blocks, requiring the decorative block number 1 and number 2 DLC packs, using no mods, but it does use a couple of scripts, and there's some information all about it and what scripts it's using right there. And there's all the information all about it. It's got a nice little story to go with it, and it also lists all the features it has. So coming out of that, we're going to take a quick look around the outside, and then we're going to fly it around, shoot a few things with it, and that will be it. So at the very front, we've got our DLC industrial cockpit, which does look great. Surrounding that, we've got 4 Gatling guns, 2 hydrogen thrusters, 2 ion thrusters, a spotlight, a rocket launcher, and a sneaky little camera down there to help you aim it. As we move around the side, what we're going to see are some blast door edges with some red blocks with a light on it. Now these are attached onto rotors, where when you're ready to take off from your base, from your ship, you can press a button and they will fold up, and then your tail will extend out. So what I'll do now is just come up to here and show you that right now, because that's one of the main features on this ship. So pressing that, the wings pop up, the tail goes out, and then you're ready to fly around. The wings themselves have got decoys on them and a transparent LCD screen on the top of them with a little cross. This is the opposite side, which is green. We can just press that and undeploy them. But for the rest of the side, we've got a small LCD screen right there with a small little green arrow on it, pointed to the front. We've got a warning label on our thruster at the front, which comes all the way around. We've got some battered armored skin blocks right there, more ion thrusters, some more transparent LCD screens with the logo of the creator, so TH-7. And we can see even more thrusters, more batteries, and how it's been all held together. As we move all the way around to the back, this is our main form of thrust. We have 4 small ion thrusters, 2 small hydrogen thrusters, and 1 big boy thruster. So we should be able to go at some relatively fast speeds with some decent acceleration. Just below this thruster, we have got some programmable blocks and also a small reactor there in case you need that extra power. So we've got our artificial horizon script and our automatic LCD screen script. If I was to come and drop down underneath, we can see our landing gear, we can see a small timer block, which is how its small transformation process is going to function when that folds out and the tail goes as well. And we can see a small sneaky antenna, which is very well hidden in there. As we move along, we've got ourselves a connector to help recharge everything up when you're not needing it. And that is the rocket launcher at the front. If I come up and above, this is what we get. We've got a remote control block there, with some good use of some unfinished blocks on top of the conveyors. We've got some rotor heads on top of the Gatling guns. There's some more batteries, some more ion thrusters, some blast door parts, the piston of how the tail is going to extend out, some more unfinished window blocks, and some LCD screens. So that is it for the outside of the Snub fighter. There is a lot going on with this ship. A lot of important stuff exposed, but that doesn't really matter when you look great. What I'm going to do now is just bring up the HUD, and we'll go through some of the options it has. So number 1 is for our Gatling guns to fire them all at once. Number 2 for the rocket launcher. Number 3 to aim our rocket launcher. Number 4 will be for the transformation process, like so. We can press it again to undeploy it. Number 5 will be to turn on and off our hydrogen thrusters. 6 and 7, like the previous ship in the other video, where we can control our gyroscopes if we don't like how sensitive it is. Number 8 is to turn on and off our lights on the side there. Number 9 is to turn on and off our O2H2 generators. Tab number 2, we then got antenna, our connector on and off, connector lock or unlock, and battery to recharge, and auto. And that is it. So we've got a fair few things going on with it, but how does it handle? So going forwards, this is what we get. We are pretty fast going forwards with all those thrusters firing off, and they do look great when they merge in with the colours on those little interior lights. Stopping as well is pretty good, and we can just come into here and find our large ion and switch that on. So with that turned on, we're now even faster. Going left and going right, we are quite slow. Going down and then going up. Going down is quite slow, going up is pretty fast. As for the mouse movement on the default spawning settings, this is what we get. It's pretty sensitive, so if you don't like that, you can always switch it down a little bit to have some weight on there and make it a bit more meaty to control. But now what we need is a enemy. So I'm going to hop out of here and spawn in a smaller ship, and we'll see how much damage we can do to it. So after a few seconds, we have disabled that ship almost entirely. I think we just destroyed it completely. It's falling apart there. Yes, wow. That missed completely. It went straight through that little gap. But there we go. That was a direct hit, and everything should be gone on that. Yes, it is. So we can make short work of small blocks. That's just the Gatling guns doing all the heavy work. But what if we were to bring in the Albatross jump ship? This ship which is very well armed, not too overkill, but it does the job when I need to test weaponry. So what I've done to make this a little bit more fair is starting myself inside the Albatross before I give it all to the pirates. I'm just going to go and find everything on here, and we're going to give it to the pirates, and all hell's going to break loose. I think this ship will do quite well. I'm just going to deploy the decoys ready. We're going to get our tail protection up, and now it's time to go outside and say hello. So here we go. I'm expecting to get annihilated instantly. There we go. And, oh, we're still going actually. We are taking quite a lot of shots, so decoys did work very well there at the start. Despite only lasting a few seconds, we did do some nasty damage to this big ship. We warped all this and we took out one of their thrusters. I'm pretty sure we also took out one of their guns. So let's go and spawn in a new one. So let's find the Snub ship. There it is. And we'll just come and paste this in here. I'm sure the pirates don't mind me doing this. There we go. Just get into my character, come into here, and just deploy our decoys once again, which are very useful blocks. It's one of the things you don't really think about on the fighter ship until you actually need it. But they do take away a lot of gunfire. So Gatling guns are now ready. Let's go into the camera view. We've taken out you. We're now just riding along the side there, hoping we don't get annihilated instantly. There goes the cockpit. And away we go. And here we go again. There is a lot of debris everywhere. Just going to try and get rid of some of their Gatling guns, just disabling them as much as I can. Let's get rid of that one while he's not looking at us. We can go and get rid of you. And that'll do. Oh, that gun wants to play. And we've lost a few bits on the front, but we've done quite well there. It took quite a few little decoys to be able to survive against this large ship, but then again, this will be more for taking out pirate drones rather than giant bases and heavily armed ships. So let's just come down here and see if we can find that gun once again. Oop, and we're gone. Yes, the Snub Fighter will be in the description below if you wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do because it's a fun little ship. But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.